Hey, thanks for joining us of day 2 to 5 keys for healthy connection. We're talking about marriage. I heard it said before that a husband gets married hoping his wife will never change, and a wife gets married hoping that her husband will change. And I think that's probably pretty true about most marriages, but the truth is that we are all changing. It's true of us biologically that our cells are multiplying and they're dying, and the very fabric of who you are changes about every 7 years. That's also true about us relationally, that we are continuing to grow in our passions and our affections. We're always changing. Your spouse is not who you married, even if you just got married.
Right, and one of the greatest things that I have learned recently was if you stay curious, you stay out of judgment. If you stay curious, you stay out of judgment. And oftentimes the way that it happens in relationships is that we get hurt and we get disappointed and we make a judgment about that person instead of asking a question. And so say your spouse sins against you, they hurt you, and instead of saying, hey, why did you do that? Why did you make that decision? Why did you miss that misunderstanding? Why was there that misunderstanding? We often make a judgment and we say, well, they'll never understand, or that's just the way they are, and oh, they'll never change. And so it keeps us from trying to understand and be curious about the other person and discover actually what's going on inside of their heart. And over time, as we lean towards judgment and away from curiosity, we end up falling out of love. I mean, oftentimes that we think about whenever we fell in love, it was through curiosity. It was a desire to understand, who is this person? What makes them tick? What makes them come alive? What are their dreams? What do they love? What do they hate? And then over time, we realize that this person is not perfect, and that they're human and they have shortcomings. And so we make judgments instead of staying curious. But what we have to realize is that your spouse is someone who constantly needs to be rediscovered and rediscovered, because they are changing. They are changing, even if it's just a small little change. They are changing. And so our goal in marriage has to be to continue to press on in curiosity so that we can stay in love with each other.
Yeah, I think it's true that curiosity is actually a key to delight. If you want to delight in your spouse, you want to delight in God, whatever relationship that you're pursuing, that you're going after, if you stay curious, you'll find yourself continually in delight. So how can you stay curious?